In other news this morning, the case against former eThekwini mayor and about 20 others is expected back in the Durban Specialised Commercial Crimes Court today. The fraud and corruption matter was postponed back in December at the request of the state. Our reporter Hitekani Magwedze will be in court later today, and he joins us now for the latest on this story. Hitekani, thanks for coming on. I mean, it's an important story and one that's been developing for some time. The matter now in its second year, for the purposes of just getting us up to speed of what we can expect today, just give us a brief history on this issue.
Sure, Michelle. So this matter dates back to 2019. Between 2016 and 2019, Zandile Gumede was the mayor of the eThekwini area, and she was then, following allegations of tender fraud, arrested on the 14th of May in 2019. It's alleged that she used her political weight in appointing senior personnel in the supply chain management positions, in the finance and human resources positions. She's also alleged to have meddled in the bid adjudication committees and bid specification committees. And this is, of course, seen as one of those cardinal sins for people in those kind of political positions within either municipalities or government department, provincial or national, because this is seen as using your political influence to influence bid adjudication or tender specification, the awarding of tenders and such things. In this specific matter, the awarding of the tender, where it relates to the Durban solid waste case, is what she's alleged to have done, and it's seen as contravening the Public Finance Management Act. She was with the co-accused, released on about 50,000 Rand bail with very strict conditions. We also saw between these 2 years, the Hawks raiding her and her co-accused properties and coming out with assets that were to the value of about 50 million Rand. During her appearances in court during this time, we also saw quite a number of postponements, and these especially came from the state side, where they've requested time. We also know that they've given Zandile Gumede or her legal representatives a charge sheet. So she has not received a charge sheet to explain to her what charges have been tabled against her from the allegations that have been set out. She's also, the court is also awaiting the state, especially from the last 2 or 3 court appearances. Those were postponed because the court, the state requested that they be postponed because they were not ready with a forensic audit report, which is said to be about 300,000 pages or more. So it's a very voluminous piece of work. This is from the state's investigations into these tender irregularities. And we've seen the state on 2 occasions now saying that they're requesting postponement, the last postponement being a postponement to today because their audit firm was not ready with that voluminous piece of work. We understand some of the data there is to the tune of about 250 gigs of data. So it's quite a big amount of work that they're putting together. We did, however, see the defense saying that this is unfair to the client, Zandile Gumede, and the co-accused, because their careers, especially of Zandile Gumede, has taken strain because of these allegations, and they'd like to see the back of this court case as soon as possible. In fact, the last court appearance, Zandile Gumede's legal representative saying that they are going to, in fact, promising that they're warning that they're going to be applying for this matter to be struck off the roll if the state comes back today with out those, firstly, the charge sheet and the forensic audit report. So it's really the day for this case where the submitting of that forensic report is concerned by the state.
Yeah, absolutely. And it always is voluminous when it comes to financial crimes. Thanks very much for that update. Hitekani Magwedze joining us there as we build up to the case against the former eThekwini Mayor Zandile Gumede and about 20 others. That case expected back in the Durban Specialised Crimes Court.